Okay, next up is atomic number and mass number. So we're going to talk about some element symbols, some element notations. Here are the objectives. Pause and peruse if you wish. What is the difference between atomic number and mass number? Let's go over that. So atomic number, it's the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. We talked about this already. It identifies an element and it is identical for all atoms of an element. Since elements are neutral, the atomic number also tells us the number of electrons in an atom. So the number of protons, the positives, is equal to the number of electrons, negative. The atomic number has to be a whole number. So 6, 12, 15, 89, not a decimal, not a fraction, not a weird percent, a whole number. Remember, finding the atomic number is easy peasy. You just look at the periodic table. Right there, atomic number. It's the large number, so you have the biggest item in the box is the element symbol. The next would be the atomic number. So how many protons are in the nucleus of a copper atom? 29. What is the atomic number of calcium? Well, look. It's 20, which also means there's 20 protons. How many electrons are in an atom of magnesium? Well, like this. Number of protons is 12 because that's the atomic number. Therefore, the number of electrons is 12 because the positives have to equal the negatives in an atom. What element has 6 protons in its nucleus? So I'm looking, what element has an atomic number of 6? Because the number of protons is the atomic number. So I'm looking, which one has 6? It's carbon. Okay, mass number. So we did atomic number. Let's do mass number. Mass number means the number of particles in the nucleus of an atom. It also has to be a whole number. And it's the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So mass number can vary among atoms of an element. So atoms of the same element can have different numbers of neutrons, but atoms of the same element must have the same number of protons. You cannot find the mass number on the periodic table. The value you see is atomic mass, an average. This is not mass number, and we will talk about atomic mass later. There you see it for carbon. That is a decimal. Remember, mass number has to be a whole number. So let's look at some calculations. How many protons, neutrons, and electrons are present in an atom of oxygen whose mass number is 18? Well, protons is the same as atomic number. Oxygen's atomic number is 8. So the protons is 8. Since atoms are neutral, the number of protons equals the number of electrons. So the electrons is 8. Mass number is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So neutrons, how we would find it is take mass number minus protons. The mass number is 18. The number of protons is 8. So the neutrons would be 10. So remember, 8 for protons, 10 for neutrons. 8 plus 10 is 18, which does equal the mass number. How many protons, neutrons, and electrons are present in an atom of aluminum, whose mass number is 27? Well, protons is the same as atomic number. Aluminum's atomic number is 13, so the number of protons is 13. Since atoms are neutral, the number of protons has to equal the number of electrons, so also 13. The mass number is protons plus neutrons. So neutrons, you take mass number minus protons. So in this case, it would be 27 minus 13. So the number of neutrons is 14. And 13 protons plus 14 neutrons equals 27, which is the mass number. How many protons, neutrons, and electrons are present in an atom of argon, whose mass number is 40? Protons is 18. Remember, it's the atomic number. Electrons is 18. They balance, right? Positive protons, negative electrons. The neutrons is 22. Why? 40 minus 18, 22. How many protons, neutrons, and electrons are present in an atom of phosphorus, whose mass number is 31? Well, the protons is 15, the atomic number. The electrons is 15, same as the number of protons. And the neutrons is 16. You did 31 minus 15. An element has 30 protons and 35 neutrons in its nucleus. What is its atomic number? What is its mass number? Well, atomic number is the number of protons. So the atomic number is 30. So we're talking about zinc. The mass number is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So 30 plus 35, so it would be 65. An element has 8 protons and 10 neutrons in its nucleus. What is its atomic number and mass number? Atomic number is the number of protons. So the atomic number is 8, which makes it oxygen. The mass number is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So in this case, 8 plus 10, which would be 18. Which of these is always equal to the number of protons in an atom? The number of electrons. Remember, positives have to balance the negatives. And there you have it. That's atomic number and mass number with some element symbols and notations thrown in. So I hope you learned something new today.